remember missing all your calls and how they went around and around. Hello, everybody. Today is January 20th, 2016. It's about 2:30 in the morning. I just did another Q&A before this, and I'm just going to continue going right here because the other one was about 35 minutes long, and I know you're not going to watch that long, so here we go. Actually, it's about 1 month away from February 21st, I believe, or February 20th, which will be 2016. Which will be the 30th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, which will be the 30th anniversary of my favorite video game franchise of all time. So Nintendo, you better show us some interesting footage of the Zelda Wii U that you got planned. I also have another video that I might make about Nintendo as a whole, about their behavior with this Legend of Zelda. But that's for another time. So I'm just doing a Q&A here for you guys, and I'm just continuing on from the series before this, so let's get right into it, not waste any time. All right. This question comes from Courtney A. Powell. Sorry to ask you about another channel, but do you know what happened to Team 3D Alpha? He hasn't made a video in a long time, and I remember you were friends with him. Not that I was friends with him, okay? I'm still friends with him. I just talked to him, actually, a couple days ago. I messaged him about this exact topic. I sent him a pretty long Facebook message. And here's what he had to tell me, you guys. To sum it up, essentially, the reason he hasn't made a video is because he is busy with school and being a father in his jobs. And he says if he can't do something 100%, he just doesn't do it at all. And he doesn't want to give you guys anything less than 100% on his channel. I personally disagree with this. I think that he should at least upload every now and then to give us some updates, even if it isn't a full-fledged video, because I know how much you guys love him, and I know how much I love him and care about him, and I want to see how he's doing. So there's nothing I can do. I cannot make him upload a video. I wish that he would. But, you know, he's got his own prerogatives. He's his own man. He can make his own decisions. So that is his prerogative. And his decision at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I wish he would upload every now and then, even if they were just minute-long videos. I would truly appreciate them, and I think all of you would. And if you guys keep commenting, and if you guys message him, maybe he will. But the way he puts it out is he doesn't want to do something if he can't put 100% effort into it, which I do understand, but I do not agree with, okay? I just want to get that point across to you guys. I do understand his point, but I don't agree with it. I wish he would give us videos, even if it was only half of what he had, 50%, you know what I mean? He still has more wisdom than me and than a lot of us, you know what I mean? So I think that we could all benefit from him. So I'm sorry. Keep messaging him and commenting. Maybe he will upload hopefully soon. But I know he is very busy. So that is that question. Team 3D Alpha, my buddy Jonathan. All right, what else do we got here? Boda. He says, can I ask you a favor? That's like his question. Can I ask you a favor? That's all he said. Yes. What do you think this is? Have you watched any of my videos? Have you watched my channel at all for any extended period of time, my friend? Yes, you can always ask me a question. You can always ask me a favor, guys. Any of you, girls, ask me whatever is on your heart, whatever is on your mind. Please ask away. And I apologize for my laptop, man. I apologize for the background noise of all these videos and like the squeakiness and everything. Hopefully I'm getting not a new computer, I'm getting my younger brother's old computer, which doesn't even work, by the way. I'm going to have to hook it up to a TV monitor to even show on the screen, because the computer itself, the screen doesn't work. There's no monitor for it. So hopefully I'm going to be getting a semi-new device to be reading these comments off of, because I can't do... My laptop is just, I hate it so much. I've had it for God knows how long, almost a decade. And it's an Acer. I hate it, and it just makes all this noise. I apologize, guys. So I apologize. I'm sorry for that, guys. Alright, what else do we got? Talking about The Revenant. Yep, that is literally a perfect movie, by the way. The Revenant. It is a 10 out of 10 as a perfect movie. I mean, oh my gosh, you have to go see it. You have to. Loved every second of it. Yep. Okay, what else do we got? Talking about Li-Fi and Wi-Fi. Where's Team 3D Alpha? I just answered that question. You are 200% right. This movie is beautiful. It is art. Yes, it is. The Revenant. Go see it, you guys. Leonardo DiCaprio. He better win that Oscar. He better win that Oscar this year. He deserves it. Out of every role I've ever seen him, this is probably his best role. No questions about it, man. Either this or The Wolf of Wall Street. But this one, I think, takes the cake. Regardless of how many lines he had, the acting that he did in this movie is just jaw-dropping, to say the least, my friends. Alright, what else do we have here? Okay, Curious Bastion says, have you ever seen a Malick or Herzog film? No, I have not. This guy's trying to counteract my opinion on The Revenant, saying it was not a very good movie. No, I haven't seen a Malick or Herzog film. I bet they're good, because you say they are, but I have not seen them myself. And I don't agree with the rest of what you said on this comment, my friend. I apologize. I do not agree with it at all. I think this movie was amazing. I think The Revenant was a must-see. It's a 10 out of 10. It literally is a perfect film in every way. If anything, it's like a 9.9. And the only reason I would give it a 9.9 is because it is hard sometimes to understand and to hear the dialogue that the people are speaking. That's the only reason. It is kind of tough to hear, to understand. And I'm not the only one that thinks that, for sure. Alright, what else do we got? We're actually almost near the end. Oh, wow. This might be a short Q&A, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Bilberry, my friend. Hello, how are you? He says, would you ever consider going vegan? Is it not sort of hypocritical to acknowledge the beauty of life, yet contribute to the suffering of certain creatures simply because you enjoy the taste of them? Loving the Q&As, by the way. I wish I had more friends like you to have meaningful conversations with. Thank you for your question, my friend. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate it. Keep asking, keep commenting down below. Okay, vegan. So would I ever consider going vegan? Yes, I would consider it. Now we could go through. I could sit here all day and we can argue the benefits and the health benefits of not eating meat versus eating meat and all these other things on eating vegan and why it's better for the body and blah blah blah. But I'm gonna kind of talk about ethics here for a little bit. I'm gonna talk about the moral of eating meat or not eating meat and killing animals. Here's my one problem, my one issue, my one rebuttal to all the people who talk about vegans and how it's so bad to kill animals and stuff. Let me say this first of all before I even get into it. I do not agree with the way things are done in today's society. Okay? I need you to understand that. You're right. I do not agree. I think it is very inhumane the way we just put them all into a tiny little barn and they can't even move. They have no moving space and then we just slaughter them like terribly. I do not agree with any of that. Now, here's my counter argument to all the vegans or vegetarians out there who sit on their high horses and pronounce the beauty of life and how we shouldn't do this to animals and how we should only eat plants. Do you think that plants aren't alive? Do you think that all the plants they don't have as much as a right to live as every single animal and every single living creature on this earth? Do you think an animal's life is worth more than a plant's life? Just because when you cut a plant's stalk, it doesn't scream and it doesn't move, you think it's worth less? No, I don't. I think that since you kill plants, and you murder plants, and you rip their stalks from the ground, and you tear their roots from this earth, that you are just as at fault as any person who eats meat. That's what I think. Now, like I said, I do not agree with the way we treat these animals. In my opinion, they should be roaming free. They should be in farms with miles and miles of square foot that they can live and eat freely and live and hang out with their families. And when we need to eat, we need to hunt them or kill them, then yes, we do. Just like we do for your plants, my friends. Just like we do for all of the plants. All of the beans, the broccoli, the spinach. Do you think that their lives, that they're not alive, they're not living and breathing creatures? You put a plant next to a window, you know what it's going to do? It's going to turn. It's going to turn and it's going to face the sun. It's going to face the sunlight, the thing that is giving it life and giving it breath. You sit there and you get mad at people that kill animals, but you're killing just the same. I'm not here to say that killing is bad or good one way or the other, but I know that we need to live. And I know that in order to live, things must die. That is my rebuttal. I'm not going to talk about how healthy something is or how good it is for the human body, you know, meat versus plants versus beans and vegetables and fruits, blah, blah, blah. But you are killing just the same. And it makes me upset that people think that animals are somehow different than these beautiful plants and these beautiful trees and flowers that exist on this earth. Nobody talks about this. I've never heard a single human being talk about this. And it makes me very, very upset. Okay, here we go. What else do we have here? We have this guy talking a lot of stuff. Whoa, there's long comments about the afterlife and philosophy. Not so much he didn't ask a question, it's more of a comment. Jason Rivero, thank you for all your comments. I appreciate them, my friend. Okay, Bilberry. Here we go. I have another friend, Bilberry here. He says, when you say that we die, we become the universe. This is what I said in a previous video, by the way. When you say that we die, we become the universe, do you mean that you believe we consciously become part of the universe, where we maintain who we are and experience it? Or are you saying from a scientific standpoint that our consciousness would end, but the atoms that create who we are would disperse through the universe, thus meaning who we always were was the universe, but what created us will now go on to be part of different elements that can then be part of new life. Kind of crazy to think about. Life never ends because it never began. We have always existed, just not previously in the way that we are now, nor will we ever exist again in the way that we are now. Okay, so it's both of them. Yes, I agree that every single atom that you have, guys, you have atoms that the dinosaurs held within them. You have atoms that Einstein and that Nikola Tesla, what's his name? Thomas Edison, that all these beautiful scientists, you have Benjamin Franklin, you have all these atoms from these different people and different elements. You have all of them. They become part of you. And every single 5 years, you can look this up if you don't believe me, every 5 years, every single atom in your body is replaced. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your skin. The atoms in your body is replaced. But would you say that you're the same person that you were 5 years ago? It's such an interesting question, is it not? So I agree with that point. Scientifically, yeah, we are, when we pass, we become part of the earth and part of the plants and the ground and the dirt. And it disperses through the atmosphere, you know what I mean? And even into space. But now I'm going to get into a little bit of the deeper question, the deeper part of this question. He says, do you believe that we will consciously become part of the universe where we will maintain who we are and experience it? So this goes back to what I said earlier with the water. I said that, like, when we pass, in my opinion, I believe that we will expand in three-dimensional space in all directions infinitely fast, that we will become part of everything instantly. Just as if you put a drop of water into the ocean, it will become part of that ocean instantaneously. Once you put that drop of water in, you will no longer be able to look down and grab it and say, oh, here's that drop of water that I just put in the ocean, here it is. No, it'll be instantaneously connected to everything else around it. You will no longer be able to distinguish that drop of water, that molecule, from the other drops of water. That's what I believe our consciousness is, that we're all linked together. And then as soon as we leave this vessel, that we will become part of every other consciousness, every part of everything else that exists in the universe instantly. So I've had dreams and visions of this kind of, where instead of we can call it time travel. I guess that's the best way to put it into human terms, into the English language, is time travel, but I don't like to put it that way because I don't really view it as time. Where I remember I've had a dream or vision, like I said, where I am my entity, and I have thought about zooming in or seeing a galaxy that's far away or something with a bunch of stars that's far away. And I said, I want to go there. And all of a sudden it's like I am there. It zooms in and I am part of that galaxy and I am within it in all ways. And it's so hard for me to explain in the human language. But I believe that we are going to, as soon as you pass, you will know everything. You will become everything. All of your questions will be answered all at once, all in a matter of a millisecond. But like I said, I don't want to view it as a time travel because putting time into the equation is very, it's arbitrary. I remember I heard a scientist say one time, I think it was a physicist, he said, what's longer? What's a longer period of time? Like 14 billion years where nothing occurs, if you're just floating in space, if you're floating in complete darkness for 14 billion years, what's longer? Floating in space for 14 billion years or 1 billion years where everything occurs, where the Big Bang happens and all the molecules, the universe expands and collapses and does all these things, you know what I mean, in such a short period of time. What's longer to you? And that blew my mind. I was like, whoa, because imagine if you're just sitting there, if you're just like floating around, you would have no concept of time. You would have no knowledge of how much time has passed unless you have something relativistic to you to tell you this is how much time is occurring, how much time has gone by. So what's longer? 14 billion years of darkness or just 1 billion years of everything occurring? I would say that the 1 billion years, when you're just like experiencing all this stuff, you feel like so much has happened, you feel like so much time has gone by, but barely any has. The afterlife is one of the craziest things, man, and if I have the opportunity in this world, I would love to study it. I would love to spend a lot of my life studying it. Man, it's so interesting. Okay. More, let's see, comments. All right, here we go. One Day Rose 1 says, hello, my friend. I don't know if you're male or female, but it doesn't matter. To me, you guys are all we're entities. We are things. We are, spirits, whatever you want to call us. So whether you're male or female, cool, awesome. So One Day Rose 1 says, do you believe in life after death? That's a very interesting question, because in order to say life and death, that means you would have a concept of what life is and what death is. So if you're going to tell me what life is, do I believe that, we have 5 human senses after we pass? No, I don't believe in it that way. But do I believe that we will experience things when we pass? Yes, I do. I do believe that we will go on. Why? Because of the law of the conservation of matter. If I can if I can drill one thing into your minds, into your hearts, and into your brains, or one of the few things I want to drill into you, this is one of them. The law of the conservation of matter, my friends. It states the matter can never be created nor destroyed, only changed. So what does this mean? What does this mean? This means that when we pass, our consciousness, our minds, our experiences cannot be destroyed. They can only be changed. They can only go somewhere else. So that means that Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, Benjamin Franklin, all these people that have existed, every single human, every single animal, every single fish, every single shark, everything that's ever existed still exists today somewhere in this universe. It just doesn't exist in a 3-dimensional space as it did before. Does that make any sense to you? Does that hold any resonance within your mind and your body? Because it should. The law of the conservation of matter. Just because your grandparents, your parents, your brother, your sister, your best friend, just because they're gone, they're in the ground, does not mean that they exist. Otherwise, this would go against every single basis of the physics theories, of physics, not even theories, laws scientific laws that we have, the most foundational, the most fundamental that we have is the law of the conservation of matter. E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared, my friends. That means that every person you've ever known, every object you've ever known, any experience you've ever had, none of it can ever disappear or just be gone. It can only change. It can only rearrange itself. It will never disappear, ever. So when you pass, is there life after death? I don't know, but I do know this. That law holds true. If that law does hold true, which I believe it does, there will be something after we pass. Do I know what it is? Can I sit here and tell you what? No, I cannot. And nobody can. And if they think they can, they're lying to you. They are lying to you. We are at the endless sea. This is it. Yep. I have caught myself up on all my Q&As. Awesome. This one guy says, AJ Prasad. I think that's how you say it. He says, study for your GRE, bro. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, guys. And please, I need all of you to say that to me on a daily basis on all my videos. You guys need to comment and you need to tell me, message me, tell me to study for my GRE, my graduate record exam. It is the thing that is keeping me out of graduate school. It is my Achilles heel. It is the thing I am worst at. It is the lowest part of my application. I have everything else that I need of the 4 pillars. If you watch my Periscope live stream, of the 4 pillars, the GRE, the GPA, the undergrad research, and the letters of recommendation, I have 3 of them on lock. I got them out of the way. I'm good to go with the 3 pillars. 75% of the way there, I am there. My GRE is just average, and I need this exam to be in the top 5, if not top 1%. I need to do exceptional on this test. And it is on July 11th, 2016 is when I take this exam. I need you to encourage me, guys. I need your help. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. Comment. You have to push me, motivate me to study for this exam because it is the thing I am the worst at. It is the weakest part of my application, and it is keeping me out of graduate school. It is the thing that is stopping me from becoming a doctor. It is the thing that is stopping me from getting my PhD. And I need help. I need your encouragement to study for it. I know I am the only one who can study for it. I have to do it alone, and I understand that. But I need encouragement because I am afraid. I am afraid of what I am capable of or what I am not capable of. And I need your help to study for it, to prepare myself. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please keep commenting down below. Comment, leave your questions. I need more questions. I need more inquisition. I need more curiosity out of you. I know that you ask yourself a million questions a day. We all do. And I'm here to help you answer some of those questions. And if I don't know the answer, I will honestly tell you. I do not know the answer like I do. I'm not here to lie to you like a lot of these people are. There's a lot of liars out in this world. They will tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Okay? Please keep asking questions to me. I love you guys. I don't know if I've ever said that on tape before, on a video before, but I do. I love you guys, okay? And I'll talk to you soon. This has been your friendly neighborhood lion. And remember, light up the darkness.